So I've been playing a lot of Darkrai Hydreigon lately, but in this video I'm going to be playing, I think this is one of the first battle videos that I have with my Garchomp Altaria deck. And later on, I'll go ahead and upload the video of me building the deck. It's rough, pretty much like every other online deck that I have, and this is an older deck, so it doesn't have computer search in there. But the reason why I wanted to post this one in particular is because Garchomp decks got a lot of hype when the set first came out. And once it it pretty much just kind of flopped in Battle Roads. But over cities, while it didn't make top cut, it just barely whiffed top cut. I saw a guy pilot this deck to a 4-2 record, did really well with it, and we really thought that there was going to be a Garchomp Altaria deck in top cut. So, I don't know, the point of it is really that a good player can still pilot this deck to a good finish, and I thought it deserved a little bit of a spotlight. So the big thing that differs in my deck is that I don't have, or I only have one Altaria. I believe I do have I think I have 3 Garchomp, but sadly only one Altaria. So I have to be very careful in using my resources on the Altaria. I am going to play 2 Swablu just in case one's captured up and knocked out. And unfortunately, it looks like I don't have the energy to be able to call for family. I do have a Gabite in hand, though. That's going to be a huge help to get that Dragon Call engine out. And the Dragon Call engine is pretty much why the deck got so much hype. Well, I mean, it was doing very well in Japan, and of course, that's part of the reason why, too. But Dragon Call lets you search your deck for a Dragon Pokemon. The good thing about that is that you can use one Gabite to search for another Gabite, play it, then use that Gabite to search for another Gabite, play it, and you have a chain of Dragon Calls pretty much set up, so it's not limited to one search per turn. Really helps you get the deck, get your deck thinned out, get your Dragon Pokemon out, and get you set up. So looks like he's attacking twice with Elgin. Yeah, this probably isn't the best deck. We do see a Deanno on the field, we see a Darkrai, so it's got the rough builds of a Darkrai Hydreigon, but not quite. So here we go, there's my first Gabite. Go ahead and get another Gabite. And then we're going to go ahead and get an Altaria into play too, before I have a reason to discard it or anything like that. And since I still don't have energy, we'll go ahead and play N. And still don't have energy, so that's a shocker. Not much I can do about that. That's just some bad luck. Unfortunately, that's the format right now. Is that sometimes decks just work really great, probability works out fine, and you draw into what you need. You know, when your probability expects you to draw into it. And then there's games like this where, 3 different hands and no energy. That's 18 cards of the deck. That's, almost 20%, well, actually, over 20% of my deck, if you include the cards that are in the prizes. Should easily been able to get some energy out, but oh well. Let's see, he's attaching energy to Gothitelle. Interesting addition to a Darkrai Hydreigon deck is the Trainer Lock. That could definitely hurt me, but for right now, he's just attacking with Elgin. And I finally hit an energy, so awesome. At this point, I really don't even need a Mulga, so I might as well just use that energy and attach it to one of my Gabites, and go ahead and start preparing for some Garchomp actually attacking. We're gonna looks like I'm gonna start off first with Dragon Call. Gonna go ahead and get my first Garchomp out and attach that energy to Garchomp. Use my second Dragon Call, and I'll looks like I'm gonna go for the Gibble since I have the Gabite in hand. I can even forgo the Gabite on the bench and just use that rare candy in hand, or I'm only going to be able to Bianca for 1. I don't really want to Juniper the rare candy out, though. So I just Juniper for 1, Level Ball, which is pretty much a dead card in my hand. So I'm just going to free retreat back to Garchomp and start doing some damage. Would have been nice to hit a catcher to be able to knock out his Wellis, but that's alright. I do take the knockout on the Elgin. So here we go with, let's see how effective a Trainer Lock is in a Darkrai deck. So he's almost got his Hydreigon off. Awesome, I draw into my Rescue Scarf. The reason I'm running a Rescue Scarf is because I have the only the one Altaria. So I can go ahead next turn, assuming he doesn't end me, which he's not because he's playing Silent, is I can use that Rescue Scarf if he didn't have the Gothitelle lockup on me right now. But I could have attached that to Altaria to be able to, if he knocks it out, just rescue it back and be able to evolve Swablu. So he's going to use Silent to search out for 3 basic dark energy. He's actually attacking the Gothitelle. I would have thought that he would have just used Gothitelle to kind of stall while he finished setting up, but I mean, essentially he's still stalling right now since, I mean, I can't really, yeah. My hope of searching out the Garchomp and using Rare Candy is not going to work since I can't use that Rare Candy in my hand. But that's okay. I can go ahead and get out another Garchomp with Dragon Call. And I could decide to discard my entire hand that's full of trainers and keep a flow and see if I can get another energy card just to keep up the flow of energy attachments. Or I could just decide to do some damage and keep that Rescue Scarf in hand so I could use that. So I do decide just to do some damage. He does have the Hydreigon in place, so if he runs Max Potion, I could have a difficult time knocking out that Gothitelle. Problem is, yeah, because I can't really one-shot the Gothitelle. With only one Altaria in play, my biggest attack is only going to be doing 120. And Gothitelle has 140, so if he has a continuous stream of Max Potions, he can utilize Hydreigon to, yeah, keep me from knocking him out. That could really slow me down. So he's going to Level Ball. He's already played another Deino. He's going to Level Ball for a Sableye. He's Dark Transing. Yep, here we go. There goes the first Max Potion, and all that damage on Gothitelle is going away. Now, he did have to discard the Psychic Energy, which means he does not have the energy to attack, but again, it still serves as you can just let it sit up there and stall. So here I'm tempted to use the Juniper again to, use the Juniper again just to get it, try and see if I can draw into some energy since I've only drawn into one. I am able to Dragon Call for a third Garchomp, and luckily Garchomp doesn't need much energy to attack. I just need really that one energy to get off a really powerful attack, so I have time to waste on energy attachments pretty much. And if I could ever hit a catcher, I could pull up his Hydreigon and get a nice knockout there. But I do put the pressure on with another 80 on Gothitelle. If he doesn't have the Max Potion in hand, with only 2 cards in his hand, that'll give me a big advantage. Get rid of that Trainer Lock, and I can attach my Rescue Scarf and keep on going, and hopefully get another energy off of a Juniper. He does have a Darkrai fully loaded and ready to go now, so this is where the match is going to get interesting. He can Dark Trans up a Dark Energy to Gothitelle, then use that Dark Energy to free retreat back to the bench, trans it back up to the active, and start wailing away on me. Now, good thing is, looks like he decided not to do that. I'm not quite sure why. So, since he's got the Trainer Lock, I'm just going to knock out the Gothitelle. There's really not much else I could do. I drew into another trainer. At least now I don't have to worry about not being able to use my trainers for the rest of the game. So he attaches the energy to Sableye and hits my Garchomp for 90. So he knocks out my Emolga, which is alright. And there we go, I finally hit another energy. So we're going to attach that energy to, actually first we're going to attach the Rescue Scarf to the Altaria. Going to attach the blend energy to probably one of the bench Garchomps. There's no reason for me to attach it to the active and, only still do 100 to him. There's probably really not that many Pokemon left in my deck. So I'm really using a level ball right now just to see what else is in my deck. I'm gonna go ahead and get that Gibble. I still have my 2 Super Rods in the deck, so I'll be able to, reuse that Garchomp and at least get the Gibble set up. So we'll go ahead and get Gibble out. And I think I'm kind of planning here playing it in case he just catchers it up to knock it out, but I don't know, the way he's been playing with the Gothitelle makes me wonder if he has catchers. So I'm going to go ahead and put it down, knowing that until I hit a Super Rod and be able to recycle some stuff back in, it's pretty much just going to sit there. Since I attached an energy for the turn, I don't feel a need to Juniper. I prefer to hit an N right now just to, so I don't have to burn 2 Junipers. And, oh, well, looks like I decided that, pretty much the hand I had was a waste, so, excellent. So here is where I can take a crucial knockout. Now, yeah, I need to take out that Hydreigon. So Hydreigon's weak to is a Dragon type, so it's weak to Dragon type, which means that my Mach Cut is going to knock it out in 1 hit. So preventing him from transing that energy off and healing himself with Max Potion is really going to be a huge advantage. Now he's going to be able to come up with his Darkrai and knock me out. That's going to happen. But I as long as I can, get into some a Super Rod and keep up a steady stream of Garchomps that continue to attack, I should be able to eventually take out that Darkrai in 2 hits. And because I do have the prize lead right now, I should be fine. So he does take out my Garchomp. It should be enough to take out Garchomp, right? And he's putting 30 on the Swablu. Unfortunately, I'm not going to be able to prevent him from knocking out that Swablu. Ooh, Catcher. So, there's really no, I think I'm hitting him for 100? Or no, 80. So I'm not quite two-shotting him, but I can use my second attack on my next turn. So I put the 80 on Darkrai for the moment, and unless he catches up my Altaria, oh, so here we go. So here was a big misplay. I should have played the other Swablu, because there he just took out my Altaria, and he's probably going to snipe the Swablu, taking that out too, so I can't just put it back down. So that was a big mistake. That means my base attack damage is going to be 20 less, which means I can't knock him out next turn. So, bad move on my part. I really should have, yeah, I was about to say, don't Mach Cut quite yet. That definitely made the game a lot more interesting with that double knockout. So I'm going to attach the second energy. I know he's only got 2 prizes left, but we're going to take a chance. And I'm going to put the Rescue Scarf on the Garchomp, because if the Altaria is knocked out again, then there's really not that much I can do. I'm going to level the, I know there's nothing in my deck, but I'm just going to play the level ball in case he ends me, or in case I draw into the end. That'll be 1 less card that I have to draw into, and ending him right now would really hurt. So I'm actually going to Dragon Blade. I know I have to discard a couple cards from my deck, and it looks like I actually just discarded Double Communication. So that's really not bad at all. Oh, was that still enough to knock him out? For some reason I didn't think it... Oh, I did hit him for 80 last turn. So never mind. I'm fine. For some reason I was thinking that I only hit him for 60 last turn. And with him knocking out my Altaria, that only did 100, 160. So I'm actually quite... I'm set. So there was no reason to worry. He got the game down pretty close with a 2-to-1 prize card lead. But I don't really see how he's going to be able to pull off an attack right now. he has to have a Candy Hydreigon in play, and then another big attacker like another Darkrai to be able to transall the energy onto to move, to be able to keep up. Yeah, so his hope right now is just to confuse me, and the confusion does not work. So I'm gonna go ahead and evolve that pretty Altaria. That brings my base damage up to 80, and Mach Cut for knockout, and my last prize, which is my beautiful golden catcher. So, again, sorry about the confusion earlier with what I thought was a misplay, but wasn't a misplay. Interesting Garchomp Altaria match, and stay tuned because I think I'm gonna post a video on how to build the deck just in case anyone is interested.